What up, YouTube? So, Smackdown was on TV. I watched it. I'm going to review it. Smackdown wasn't all that horrible today, even though the matches were just, matches we've seen before. Not the worst. It starts off with a Sheamus promo. In the audience, you can see some Daniel Bryan signs. People holding yes, then another person holding a yes, 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 on and on like that. Very good. I really don't think he's getting booed that much at live shows. It seems like canned boos to me. Anyway, Sheamus promo kicks off the show talking about WrestleMania, talking about how the championship belt, the World Heavyweight Championship belts, changed Daniel Bryan, and Sheamus remembers when he was the World Heavyweight Champion, how it changed him, and it turned me into a bully fella. And, he just needed someone to knock his block off or something like that, and that's what he's going to do to Daniel Bryan, set him straight at WrestleMania. Vicky Guerrero, Dolph Ziggler come out, there's some horrible back and forth banter, your head's on fire, Vicky Guerrero's your grandma, yada yada yada. And then Teddy Long, in his first appearance of the show, comes out, books a match between Dolph Ziggler and Sheamus. Not a bad match at all. Ziggler actually got quite a bit of offense. Ziggler gave it all he had, pretty much. He had Jack Swagger come out. He had Vicky Guerrero put his foot on the ropes. He gave Sheamus the zigzag, the sleeper. Really just, I don't want to say push Sheamus to his limit or anything like that, but it was a good match. Sheamus eventually wins with that slam he does. It's called White Noise, the White Noise Slam. Not the best name, but whatever, he wins. Never really worried that Sheamus is going to lose. Well, I was worried a little when he got the zigzag. Like, is Sheamus going to put Dolph Ziggler over here? Nope. Anyway, that's that. We had a Cody promo after that, I guess. Cody Rhodes doing the whole embarrassing Big Show at WrestleMania. Didn't actually get to a clip because Big Show comes down. Then we get to see Teddy Long for the second time. And Teddy Long says there's going to be a match between Cody Rhodes and Big Show at WrestleMania for the Intercontinental title. I don't think Big Show is going to win because does he even need or want the Intercontinental title? Probably not. Be a good reason for Cody Rhodes to embarrass him at WrestleMania, give him something to do on the Smackdown after WrestleMania, make more fun of Big Show, make a feud out of that. I don't know. So anyway, Big Show versus Mark Henry match. It wasn't too bad. It's a match we've seen 100 times, but Mark Henry didn't get hurt within 1 minute of this match and have to roll out of the ring for anything. Outside the ring, he threw the stairs at Big Show, slammed Big Show's ribs into this metal strut on the ring. Kayfabe hurting Big Show's ribs. Gave him the world's strongest slam. Big Show just perseveres through it all. Eventually gets the weapon of mass destruction on Henry. Henry loses. What are you gonna do, right? Right, guys? White Noise finisher. And there you see Teddy Long again. It's the Teddy Long show. He's backstage talking to Drew McIntyre. Putting Drew McIntyre in a do-or-die situation. If he doesn't win tonight, he gets fired. So Drew gets a 1 minute match against Justin Gabriel. Loses. Pretty funny match. I liked when Drew McIntyre had Justin Gabriel in the corner, feeding him punches, beating him up, and the ref's like breaking him. He's like, "Oh, please, it's my career." Pleading with the ref not to disqualify him or anything. Eventually, I don't know, Drew gets the 450 splash from Gabriel, loses. Teddy Long comes on the Jumbotron again. There's Teddy Long. Fires him. There's also a segment with Teddy Long again, backstage with John Laurinaitis and David Otunga waiting for him in his office. Laurinaitis wanted an apology. There's some bad Teddy Long jokes. Teddy Long. Really short match anyway. But it's not the first time Teddy Long's fired Drew McIntyre. If you remember back when he stomped Matt Hardy's head into the steel steps, and I think he assaulted Teddy Long or something. It was the first time he got fired and got rehired. Yada, yada, yada. I think I missed a match somewhere. There was a Santino versus Heath Slater match. How do you think that went? It was kind of funny because Heath got some heat from the crowd with the "You Can't Wrestle" chants. Pretty funny. There was also an NATALYA backstage talking to Eve. Natalya standing up for Zack Ryder, saying you can't treat Zack Ryder like that. He's a really nice guy. Why don't these people just date Zack Ryder then? Kind of stupid. Natalya's doing some face stuff and farts on Eve. Cole says Natalya really let it rip. Anyway, she's still farting, and now she's smiling after she farts. She's owning them, so I don't know what the fuck that's about. Eventually it led to a Eve versus Natalya match, and Eve won. Big deal. So anyway, the main event of the night. The main event. After all the weird Rock rehash promos, we got to see the Rock speech from last week, and Undertaker versus Triple H package. Boring. We got Randy Orton versus Daniel Bryan. If you remember, Randy Orton got a concussion from Daniel Bryan when Daniel Bryan hit him in the back of the head. Anyway, not a bad match. Randy Orton actually looked kind of good. He was really aggressive, really being kind of relentless on Daniel Bryan, beating him the hell up, following outside the ring, beating him up there, yada, yada, yada. Eventually, Kane comes down and assaults Randy Orton. Someone said Daniel Bryan wins via countout because of Kane, but really, Daniel Bryan should be disqualified because Kane's assaulting Orton. I don't know what the rules are in WWE, if the refs even know how to, referee a match anymore and how to call a match. Like, fuck. Anyway, so Kane is now attacking Randy Orton. Is he going to get Randy Orton to embrace the hate? I think he has already. So pretty much Kane's job is just to be squashed by the top superheroes of the biz. He just got squashed by John Cena, and now he wants to get squashed by Randy Orton later. It's really terrible what they're doing to Kane. He used to be, an unstoppable force, and now he's just, I don't know, beating up this top faces of the company. Makes no sense. Eventually he has Randy Orton lay down in the middle of the ring, says, "Welcome back, Randy." But besides that horrible ending, speaking of endings, the show ends with Otunga and John Laurinaitis backstage talking about what they're going to do next week, because the GMs are going to switch shows. Like, Teddy Long's going to be on Raw, John's going to be on Smackdown. He said he's going to put Kane versus Oksana. Sure. They're switching GMs per show. But yeah, it wasn't a terrible SmackDowns. I've seen a lot worse than this. The matches are actually pretty good, pretty long, except for the Drew McIntyre one. I really hate what they're doing to him. Can't wait to see. He's probably going to put him on Raw again because he's fired. He's going to come back. I don't know. Kind of interesting to see what they're doing with that. Kane versus Randy Orton's not very interesting at all because we all know how it's going to end. Like, really, Kane, do you stand a chance against Super Orton? Really? But yeah, besides the Santino matches and all that, it wasn't a bad SmackDown at all. Peace out, guys.